Explore a career as a correctional officer. NC Department of Adult Correction is hiring with state benefits and paid vacation. Becoming a correctional officer can be a rewarding first step along a public safety career. Visit dac.nc.gov/cojobs.
This back line in this midfield.
Charlotte FC gets goals from Toklamati as well as from Kerwin Vargas. Apple gave their player of the game to Odilson Malanda, and I think part of that is not only his clearance off the line, but as you mentioned, he and Privet looked a lot more in sync than they have in the last couple.
Malanda has now started in 22 matches. He deserves every round of applause he can to weather out what they've been able to kind of overcome these last few games. So hopefully this starts what could be a really good streak for them towards the end.
Yeah, Malanda and Westwood, two of the three outfield players who've played every minute possible during the MLS season. Charlotte, a 2-0 victory over New York City FC. They improved to 9-11-2 on the season, and they're back up above the playoff line on 29 points. Back with more post-game in a moment here on the Charlotte FC Radio Network.
Dr. Ted Grieve is proud to enter its third season supporting Charlotte FC on WFNZ. Dr. Ted is a licensed chiropractic physician who practices law and is the go-to choice for folks who've been injured in car accidents, wrongful death, personal injury, or any other medical malpractice. If you or someone you love has been in a car accident, call the lawyer who's also a doctor and understands injuries. 1-800-MY-DR-TED. Si ha resultado lesionado en un accidente, llame al equipo legal hispano del Dr. Ted.
It's the first day of the first grade, and she found a new best friend. It's a laid-back Sunday afternoon you wish would never end. The homemade taste of Bluebell and good friends gathered round. The good old days are being made right now.
Chocolate lovers are going absolutely bananas over our new Bluebell Banana Fudge. Rich milk chocolate ice cream swirled with a scrumptious banana-flavored ice cream. Your favorite banana fudge bar, now in a carton.
The good old days are being made right now. The good old days are being made right now.
Look for Bluebell ice cream at all Walmart supercenters and all neighborhood markets.
My name is Travis Crawford. There's a reason people choose the trades. Tradespeople are a different breed. We get our sense of accomplishment from getting things done. Challenge, solution, job well done. A big lawyer might work on court documents for a year before a trial and then argue that thing for weeks. At the end of any given day, if you ask them what they did, I'm not sure they'd have an answer. If you ask one of our HVAC techs what they did today, they'll say, I repaired an air conditioner in someone's house and now their house was cool. Full stop. And it can be heavy work. Late nights, early mornings, sweaty afternoons, stuck in a dusty attic, ductwork, mounting brackets, gas mains, and wiring. It's the kind of work that can take a lot out of you. But making that kind of difference in just a few hours can make you feel pretty good. And we go home knowing darn sure that we made a difference for someone today. Travis Crawford, HVAC.com.
Seeking some outdoor adventure, hiking, trail biking, horseback riding, fishing? Into craft beers, arts, and live entertainment and unique food choices? Maybe you're just looking for some peace and quiet to renew your spirit. There's a place that offers all that and more. Explore Asheville. Plan your visit to nearby Asheville, North Carolina. We're open and ready for you. There's so much to experience. Check out the award-winning food scene, visit the various art galleries, enjoy the outdoors with a visit to the Carolina Arboretum. Enjoy the history and marvel at the architecture of the Biltmore Estate and the Grove Park Inn. Find unique shops, enjoy the nightlife, festivals, or come for the renewal of your spirit that only the mountains can provide. Plan your trip today at exploreasheville.com. That's exploreasheville.com. Always Asheville.
You're listening to the Charlotte FC postgame show on the Charlotte FC Radio Network. Now back to Will Pelagic and Anna Whitty with postgame coverage of today's match.
Setting it forward towards Toklamati, who got him some space in behind on the left side. Will the flag stay down for him? It will for the moment. Toklamati back to Zaha, fading back towards the middle. Zaha about 25 yards out, back to Westwood. Westwood to Zaha on the flank, left side, the last third. Zaha in the area for Pep Biel. Pep Biel to the corner, shot, they score! Pep Biel to Aidon Toklamati! The flag stayed down the whole time! And Charlotte opens the scoring against New York City! That's how they opened the scoring earlier tonight here at the Bank. A 2-0 victory for the Crown. Aidon Toklamati's fourth Charlotte FC goal. And thing I'm sure that I liked about it, that you like as well, is that was some of the most consistent and really drawn out but fruitful buildup we saw from Charlotte, not just tonight, but over the last couple of weeks.
The best combination play we've seen from Charlotte in the last couple of weeks. I loved how Toklamati arrived so late at that far post. That's really showing his evolution as a 9 to understand the timing of those types of runs. And then the ball from Zaha into Biel was just great, looking over his shoulder for a split second to make sure an extra runner wasn't coming in. Zaha clocked that, and then as soon as you find it into Biel, Biel always creates magic. I loved that was such a creative play, and we needed that from Charlotte to spark the rest of the game.
And I think, too, it's a confidence point for Toklamati, and it also more confidence as well for the combination between Zaha and Pep Biel, because I think we'd kind of wondered how that chemistry would go. And there was a part of the season where it really looked like it was starting to build, and then it lagged off a little bit. Seeing those two connect, I thought was very special.
Especially with Zaha kind of getting himself central at times to pick up the ball. That allows Biel to work off of Zaha a little bit more. At the beginning of the season, Zaha was so isolated on an island out wide, and he even recognized, I got more freedom if I bring and drag my runs in centrally. Other numbers are smart enough to run off of it, and that's what created that goal. Then that Marshall Reddy, I think, was the player who actually fed Zaha that ball initially, and even just being close and being that presence next to Zaha created a 2v1 situation.
Jani-King International has been a leader in the commercial cleaning industry for more than 50 years. As the first commercial cleaning franchise company with local support offices, Jani-King has developed comprehensive programs to address proper cleaning and disinfection application. Visit JaniKing.com for more info. Charlotte FC victorious tonight over New York City 2-0. The final. We're back with more postgame in a moment here on the Charlotte FC Radio Network.
A life in motion is a life well lived. At Atrium Health, we keep you moving, achieving, striving, with care that's easier and more accessible, so you can live fully. Atrium Health, the official healthcare partner of Charlotte FC.
Soccer fans, this is an exclusive message from the Charlotte Football Club's favorite pizza, Domino's Pizza, who is on site at every home game where concessions are sold.
Hey, Charlotte Football Club fans, this is Ryan from your local Domino's right here in Charlotte asking for your help. Our family-owned company is hiring pizza delivery drivers for lunch, dinner, and late night who are now earning over $50,000 a year delivering for Domino's Pizza. If that's you or someone you know, apply today at jobs.domino's.com.
Now's a good time to remember where tequila's story truly began. In 1795, the Cuervo family invented tequila. Since then, Cuervo has stayed true to its roots, the same family, the same land, the same passion. 230 years later, they're still here, in every pour, in every margarita, in every celebration. So enjoy the tequila that started it all. Cuervo, the tequila that invented tequila. Proximo, Cuervo.com. Please drink responsibly.
Ladero sends it back into the mixer. Back post, it's Facundo Torres. A shot. Oh, my God! Kalina! Oh, a point-blank save by the Croatian wall!
If action like this gives you chills, you're one of us. Ally is the official bank of Charlotte FC. For more info, go to ally.com, the bank that's your ally. Ally Bank, member FDIC.
Abada has Marshall on the flank. Will cross it in. Looking for Zaha. He scores! He's Wilfried Zaha, dude!
Who says you can't party during the week? Catch Charlotte FC in action for a midweek matchup against DC United this Wednesday, July 16th.
It'll be Westwood who sends it toward the middle. Shot, they score!
Get your tickets today by visiting charlottefootballclub.com/tickets.
Hendrick. The name you know and trust is Hendrick. Representing 25 top automotive brands with over 30,000 vehicles available. New, pre-owned, hybrids, EVs, and more. We're the #1 rated dealer group in the nation for online reputation with over 750,000 five-star online reviews. Visit HendrickCars.com. Proud supporter of Charlotte FC.
Welcome to more. More action. More awesome. More smoke. More sizzle. More soar. More roar. More friends. More family. Welcome to the one place where no matter who you are, you'll leave with something you'll never forget. Welcome to NASCAR.
You're listening to the Charlotte FC postgame show on the Charlotte FC Radio Network. Now back to Will Pelagic and Anna Whitty with postgame coverage of today's match.
Sent in the middle towards Vargas, chested down, wants to turn and shoot, hit his man, a shot, he scores! Vaulting to victory is Kerwin Vargas, and he jumps the fence and gets on top of the throne! Kerwin Vargas has given Charlotte the insurance goal they've needed. 2-0 they lead in the final 10 minutes.
Shades of Karol Swiderski doing the same thing in this building. He's the only other person who's corrected and done the throne celebration, but couldn't be happier for a player like we are for Vargas, getting a goal there. He had some pretty tough moments to at least swallow as a player, getting an opportunity to show his quality with an upper 90 strike is just scintillating.
Vargas has had so many opportunities throughout this season, and there's been a few that have been an absolute heartbreak in terms of the decisions he's made. That shot was a difficult shot for Vargas to take. It was an initial shot that was blocked. It comes back out, and Vargas handles it beautifully to use his laces to get over top of the ball, to not sky it, which is what we've seen Vargas do in the past. That just shows Vargas and how much he's matured into this game and how he's really worked on that final detail of his game, which is capitalizing on his chances. That battle that we talked about between Abada and Vargas has been seen, and we've seen these last two matches. Vargas has gotten the start, and I think he deserved, that opportunity as well.
This victory for Charlotte FC, I think, does very well also to reset the season and reset the mindset of these guys, because you have an opportunity to get yourself above 30 points in your 23rd game next week, which is basically where you were at this time a year ago, in a year where you finished 5th. And I understand that, looking at the table, looking at the standings, we're now getting to that point of the year where you can actually start looking at those things and start scoreboard watching with less than 12 games left to go.
Right.
But if you're a Charlotte FC player right now, you now have a bit of confidence that you did not have maybe 3-4 games ago.
The 2024 season, Charlotte finished the year with 46 goals for, and right now they're sitting on 36 goals for. 10 goals left to score, and still plenty of soccer left to be played. I think that shows the build in the attack, and the conversation has all been about defensively. Can Charlotte figure it out to play a complete 90 minutes? And we saw more glimpses. There's still aspects of the game that have to be fixed and shored up, but I think we saw one of the better performances we've seen since May.
I'm curious to see how Dean Smith analyzes that, but that's at least something that's easier to do after a victory. Charlotte FC, a 2-0 victory over New York City FC. We'll give you the final scores and a final thought from us when we return here on the Charlotte FC Radio Network.
Dr. Ted Grieve is proud to support Charlotte FC on WFNZ for a third straight season. Dr. Ted is a licensed chiropractic physician who practices law that offers free case review, no upfront fees, and a promise to you that you won't pay unless they win their case. Call the personal injury attorney who's also a doctor at 1-800-MY-DR-TED with offices in Charlotte and surrounding areas. Si ha resultado lesionado en un accidente, llame al equipo legal hispano del Dr. Ted.
I couldn't stop talking about it to my family and friends. My knees are my trouble spot. But for me to tell them now that I'm doing so much better, they were amazed, and I've been amazed.
QC Kinetics Cellular Therapies. Yes, it is amazing how these non-surgical treatments deliver joint pain relief for patients like Dr. Eric Williams, a successful chiropractor.
Each week, I just started noticing that I could sleep and not have pain. I could play pickleball. I could do a CrossFit exercise routine.
QC Kinetics revitalizes your joints so you can move again without the pain pills or invasive surgery.
I'm 60 years old and I want to stay competitive as long as I can. And QC has allowed me to do that. They did me right and really made a difference in my life.
Book your free consultation with QC Kinetics today and experience the difference for yourself.
I like to go, move, move, move.
QC Kinetics.
Call QC Kinetics, 704-360-3057. That's 704-360-3057. Locations in Waverly, Cotswold, Lake Norman, and Fort Mill. 704-360-3057.
Hey, y'all, it's Kyle Bailey from my friend Brandon Gandy at Victory Chevy Charlotte. Brandon has put 2 vehicles in my driveway, most recently a Chevy Silverado Trail Boss black on black, and I'm in love with that thing. And if you want a Chevy Silverado, go see my friend Brandon Gandy and your Silverado destination, Victory Chevy Charlotte. Chevy Silverados are discounted every day at the easiest Chevrolet dealership to get to. None other than Victory Chevy Charlotte, located off exit 12 or 14 off I-485. Just $19 down delivers any new Chevrolet, including their massive selection of the brand new Chevy Silverado. Just go pick your color. And don't forget that $19 down delivers any new Chevrolet like the affordable Chevy Trax starting at under $22,000. And if you're looking for a pre-owned vehicle, they've got those too, with over 500 models in stock. All right there at victorychevrolet.com. Go get approved. They'll get you in and out driving your new Chevy at the lowest price and payment possible. Go see Brandon and my friends at Victory Chevy Charlotte, victorychevrolet.com.
It's the first day of the first grade, and she found a new best friend. It's a laid-back Sunday afternoon you wish would never end.
The homemade taste of Bluebell and good friends gathered round. The good old days are being made right now.
Chocolate lovers are going absolutely bananas over our new Bluebell Banana Fudge. Rich milk chocolate ice cream swirled with a scrumptious banana-flavored ice cream. Your favorite banana fudge bar, now in a carton.
The good old days are being made right now.
The good old days are being made right now.
Look for Bluebell ice cream at all Walmart supercenters and all neighborhood markets.
You're listening to the Charlotte FC postgame show on the Charlotte FC Radio Network. Now back to Will Pelagic and Anna Whitty with postgame coverage of today's match.
And I thought we were done with MLS After Dark. Well, Mother Nature had other ideas, but if we're going to stay this long at the stadium, might as well win it. Charlotte FC a 2-0 victory over NYCFC. Yeah, I'll say it the wrong way. I don't care.
Hey, that's what they've been called for years.
Exactly.
It's okay.
Finals from other games. Orlando and Montreal 1-1, the final at Inter&Co Stadium in Orlando. So draw city continues to be Orlando. Philadelphia 2-0 victory over the New York Red Bulls. So at least New York City can hang that on their head. Atlanta draws with Toronto north of the border. It was Miami, a 2-1 victory over Nashville. Game-winning goal in that one. You guessed it, Lionel Messi. He had a brace in the contest. It seems like as Messi goes, Miami goes lately. Austin and New England played to a 0-0 draw. San Diego a 2-1 victory on the road at Chicago. Another road win for San Diego. Minnesota a 4-1 victory over San Jose. It was Seattle beating Sporting Kansas City 3-2. Columbus wins Hell is Real over Cincinnati 4-2. It is, I beg your pardon. Colorado all over Vancouver 3-0, 87th minute. Real Salt Lake holding on to a 1-0 lead hosting Houston. LA with a 1-0 halftime lead on our next opponent, DC. LAFC with a 2-0 lead on Dallas. That is at the half in Los Angeles. We will see that aforementioned DC side for the first time in MLS play, but not the first time overall. Charlotte's got some unfinished business with our friends from the nation's capital.
Open Cup was a huge game, and what was a really rainy game went to multiple overtimes. This is an important game for Charlotte, again, to continue to build on these 3 points. The response is going to be everything. Coach Smith was really happy with the result, but still says some individual errors and giving New York City FC so many opportunities throughout this match to kind of fight their way into it. So got to close out those points, but overall a clean sheet, 2 goals is huge in your own home.
From Charlotte's perspective, this is a very great victory, but I think also some things to work on as they go throughout the rest of this week. How much does it help having a short week to kind of get that, keep that taste and keep that flow going?
It's important to have the short week in terms of remembering how fresh this win is, but the short week in terms of the rest, in terms of getting players healthy and up to speed. Smith said in the press conference that Ream came back a little bit sore, so wanted to wait for him to be up to full speed to give him a start. I think there's an opportunity here against DC United on Wednesday to have that short memory and really remember this result to help them get another one in a short week.
This one was fun. I'm glad we came out on top.
Me too. Thank goodness.
We'll talk to you Wednesday.
Sounds good.
Copyrighted broadcast of Major League Soccer may not be retransmitted, reproduced, or rebroadcast without the express written consent of Major League Soccer. The broadcast manager at Tepper Sports is Amy Martin. The brand manager is Jeff Rickard. His assistant, Colin Honiger. The chief engineer is David Hurdle. Studio operations by Anthony Pagnotta and Josh Marlowe. And the executive producer of the Charlotte FC radio network is Matt Hogan. We're on the air on Wednesday from Charlotte FC's midweek matchup against DC United at 7 o'clock, 7:30 kick time here on many of these same Charlotte FC radio network affiliates. Fun one here at the Bank of America Stadium. If your priest or preacher gives you some flack for being a little tired, tell them you stayed up late listening to us. Thanks so much to Anna Whitty. Thanks so much to you for listening. And thanks so much to Matt Hogan as well. I'm Will Pelagic saying thank you so much for listening. Once again, the final score, Charlotte FC 2, New York City 0. Good night from Uptown Charlotte. We'll talk to you Wednesday here on the Charlotte FC Radio Network.
This has been a special presentation of the Charlotte FC Radio Network. Thanks for listening, and be sure to join us for our next match on July 16th between DC United and Charlotte FC.
Coverage of Charlotte FC on WFNZ is brought to you by Dr. Ted Grieve. Call the lawyer who's also a doctor at 1-800-MY-DR-TED.
I think if things break exactly right, they could get a wild card spot, but they're not going to the Super Bowl. So it's Super